Hey everyone, what I'm using to talk to you all right now is the Shure SM7B. This is a fantastic dynamic microphone and it was an upgrade from the older Shure SM58 which I used to use, and both of these are dynamic. This is the Blue Yeti. This is a condenser microphone and it's quite a versatile little microphone, but you probably know that I don't use it that much. You don't see it in a lot of my videos, but it's something that I do keep in my collection because I do believe there's certain situations that this is quite useful. The company that makes this is called Blue, which you can see there, and this is called the Yeti, hence the Blue Yeti. But Blue are releasing another microphone, a smaller version of this called the Yeti Nano. And this makes sense. The Blue Yeti has been, I think it's safe to say, the most popular microphone for YouTubers over the last few years, probably the last 10 years. And, you know, let's not lie about this, let's not beat around the bush. This thing is absolutely massive, it's huge, it's heavy, and I guess it's fair to say that, yeah, it looks great on camera, but yeah, they should have released a smaller version a long time ago. And that's what they're doing with the Yeti Nano. Now, this one is 24-bit sound. I think the original here is 16-bit. This is coming in, it's kind of like a light silver blue, dark blue, red, and kind of like a gold. Now, this is retailing at $99.99, but if you look here, you know, it's slightly cheaper than the original Yeti, $130. The Yeti Pro here, now this one is a little bit more premium. It does 24-bit sound, but it's also got an XLR connection. In hindsight, I wish I bought that one, simply because it means that with an XLR connection, I can hook it up to my audio interfaces and things like that and get a little bit more control. The Blue Yeti here is USB connection, has a USB connection, and that's the same with the Yeti Nano. The Yeti Nano has a USB connection, which is fine for, you know, what for most people that's what they want. When you take your audio a little bit further, you do need that XLR connection. But for a beginner mic, for a starter mic, the Yeti Nano looks fantastic. It really does look great. Now, as I said there, it is a lot smaller, and you can see it here. Small footprint, big sound, 24-bit, 48 kilohertz recording. Now, one thing you will notice right away, I mean, even if you just look at the front here, it's got the volume control, and if you go around the back here, can you zoom in here? I don't think it's let me zoom in that one. Basically, there's less options, there's less buttons on this compared to the original Yeti. Now, here, the nano polar patterns, you get a cardioid mode, which you can see here kind of faces you. You've got the omnidirectional mode, which will record everyone in the room. But the original Blue Yeti has more modes. This one also has the stereo mode for recording music, guitars, etc. And it also has a bi-directional mode, which is good for interviews. The Yeti Nano doesn't have those modes. It has cardioid and it has omnidirectional. Now, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because I think, you know, if you're using it to record yourself, generally speaking, the cardioid mode would probably be good for interviews. Your cardioid and omnidirectional would be good for interviews and for recording. So I think the original Yeti is more versatile in that regard, but you're getting the higher quality audio recording at 24-bit with the Nano as well. Plus, you're not carrying around a brick, which is always good. I think the design looks great. You know, Blue have always made very good looking, very professional looking microphones, and you're getting that with the Nano as well. It looks great. It's smaller, it's more portable, and it's slightly cheaper as well. You can see it's a plug and play, Mac and PC compatible. This is one of the annoying things with Blue, which I find annoying, is that you have to buy their optional shock mounts if you want to connect it to like a boom arm that I'm using here. But yeah, it looks quite good. So there's a comparison here, and you can see here that the Yeti Nano doesn't have the stereo mode or the bi-directional mode, but it does do 24-bit, which the original Yeti doesn't. I don't think that's a major problem for anyone anyway. You know, 16-bit is generally fine, in my opinion. And the Yeti Pro, well, to be honest, it's one of those things. I do regret not buying that because it does have the XLR connection, but I also think it's a little bit expensive for what it is. I'll just kind of quickly look at some of the pictures here. I think this looks like a fantastic little microphone, and you can see the size difference there. It really is a lot smaller. It doesn't have that mute button there, but I suspect if you push that button, that's what that is. On the back there, you've got return, and that's to change the different modes, the cardioid and omnidirectional mode. But the Blue Yeti, and you know the Blue Yeti here, this is what I'm sitting with in front of me. This it's a lot bigger, and you can see here you connect the USB connection there. You've got the headphone jack, and that's the thread for connecting to a boom arm or something, like that. So the Yeti is hugely popular, hugely popular. You can find this secondhand, but even secondhand, this still retains its value. Now, my opinion of the Blue Yeti is it's a fantastic microphone, but it's not always the right microphone for everyone. That's something I have to make clear. You'll see a lot of people recommending the Yeti, and I suspect many people will also recommend the Yeti Nano. It is a continuation of the Yeti brand, which is their most successful microphone by a huge margin. Without doubt, it's their most successful microphone. And you'll see a lot of people recommending this. Now, one of the things that always annoyed me is that if you look on YouTube, you'll see many people saying, the Blue is the best microphone out there. It's the best microphone available. You should definitely buy the Blue microphone if you're looking for a microphone. That isn't true. What you'll see is a lot of YouTubers will say that this is the best microphone, and then they'll actually say, well, I've not owned any other microphones. And I think that if you've only ever owned one microphone, you really can't, you're not in a position to judge whether this is the best microphone or not. This is a condenser mic. This is a dynamic mic. A dynamic microphone means that I go along here and you're not going to hear me, but when I come back, you can hear me. And generally speaking, for many YouTubers, that's what you want. If you're playing games, if you're typing on your computer, you don't want every sound picked up. I'm in a very noisy room. I've got a lot of computers running here. I've got a lot of buzzing. This microphone simply can't be used in here. You would be struggling to hear me right now if I was using this microphone, because it picks up everything. Even in the cardioid and bi-directional modes, this picks up a huge amount of background noise. Now, if you are recording in a quiet environment, the Blue Yeti or the Yeti Nano will be fine. Because it's not a problem. You're not, you don't have to remove all this background noise. But if if you are in an environment where you're going to get background noises, traffic, noises in your home, perhaps you live with parents, anything like that, if you've got any other noises in the house, this is where perhaps the Yeti isn't perfect for you. Now, that being said, I will not sell this, because for me, this is not something I'm going to use every day. I prefer dynamic microphones when I'm recording, but there are many situations that this is going to be hugely useful to me. For example, if I'm sitting with a friend, I can set up a camera, we can set it up, and the two of us can talk using the Blue Yeti microphone. This is the audio quality from the Blue Yeti here is fantastic. It really is a really good microphone. It's got a really good capsule in it, and I think most people will be happy with it. But just be aware, this is a condenser microphone. It's going to pick up a huge amount of background noise. There are some things you can do afterwards, or as far as plugins and effects, to try and reduce the background noise when you're using this and adjust the gain and things like that. But you're kind of limited. If you are concerned about background noise, like I am in the background there, then yeah, you're better going with a dynamic microphone, and there's a lot cheaper ones out there than the Yeti. But despite that, I like it. Just be aware of the Blue Yeti and the Blue Yeti Nano and the Blue Yeti Pro. Be aware of the limitations, and be aware that they're actually designed for that. This is just the way that they're designed. They're a condenser microphone. If you're looking for a USB microphone and you've looked at the reviews and you think that the Blue Yeti or the Blue Yeti Nano does everything that you want, then I would recommend it. But just, be aware of what this can do and what it can't do. And that's true for any microphone. This microphone, for example, I couldn't use this to chat to a friend, because it would only pick up me and he'd be sitting there and it wouldn't record him. So yeah, be aware of what it can do, be aware of what it can't do. But I think that this looks like it's going to be a fantastic little microphone. I think a lot of YouTubers will pick this up. But it's great even if you're not recording videos for YouTube. As it says there, Skype, VoIP, voiceover work. This is a great little microphone. I think it's going to be popular, and it's coming out at a decent price point. So I'll leave links to this website, to the Yeti Nano page. You can check out for yourself. This will be sold. It's going to be sold everywhere. Amazon, everywhere. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. I haven't tested the Yeti Nano myself yet, but coming from the Yeti, I've had this for a few years. I've used it in many situations, I know what to expect. It will be a good mic. And yeah, if you're on the lookout for a condenser mic, a USB mic, the Yeti Nano and the original Yeti, you know, are some mics that you should check out. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this useful, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.